Hi everyone, this is Tuplex, and welcome back to Space Exploration. I've done a little work in between episodes, not too much. First of all, I relocated the umbrella and my meteor defense installations, put them in their own little grid, and I did a little vanity project here. This blueprint was made by MLC Trez from the Discord. He actually gave me a whole blueprint book full of logos. And this is not even the biggest one. So thanks a lot for that. This took a while for the bots to put together since there's about 6,000 pieces of concrete or something, but it looks fabulous. I increased, based on some comments that I've gotten from some of you, I've increased the number of defense installations to 10, and this should pretty much take care of any meteor attack that we get. You know, there could be some rare circumstance where we happen to get a lot of meteors all at the same time, and then it could fall short, but for the time being, or, you know, for 99.9% of the cases, this should do the trick. So, and since we have blue circuits now, I've also taken the opportunity to upgrade armor. So I was going to build power armor, but then I figured we're probably going to need this thruster suit anyway once we get into space. So I built a thruster suit instead. And it seems to have similar properties to the power armor. Resistances are less, but the inventory bonus is the same, and the equipment grid is actually slightly bigger. It's 8x8 instead of 7x7. So I went ahead and made one of those. My character is pink for some reason. But here's how I loaded it. I have the small fusion reactor that we got with FasterStart. I decided to continue to use that because that's got pretty good output. I made one of these portable RTGs. RTG stands for radioisotope thermoelectric generator. This gives me 300 kilowatts compared to the 250 for the FasterStart reactor. So it's not that much compared to the fusion reactor, which I think we get later on. Let me see. Geez, there's a lot of stuff here. Let me search for it. Yeah, here we go. The portable fusion reactor is what I typically like to get, but in this case, it requires a lot of stuff that we don't have access to yet, and that'll give us 750 kilowatts instead of the 300 that we've got here. So that'll be the better long-term option. But for now, I was able to make this since we have nuclear fuel. And then I have the single RoboPort, belt immunity equipment, night vision goggles, a couple of batteries, a couple of exoskeletons, and 2 jetpacks. Okay, so I can still only run 25 bots on my person. If I wanted to increase that, I suppose I could make another RoboPort and get rid of the solar panels and the belt immunity, but for now it seems to be meeting my needs. Okay, and then we've got this life support indicator, which I'm going to close because I don't think we need it right now. Okay, and so now I can run around quite a bit faster, which I rather enjoy. The next item on the list was low density structure. I'm going to check that off because I've already made it. I decided just to complete that off camera just because it's very simple to put together. You know, we just need 4 ingredients belted in. They were already all on the bus, so I just belted them in and set up the production. I have 24 machines here because that is what it says that we need for 90 utility science packs per minute. Now, to support this, I did have to increase my glass production. So you may remember I just had a row of steel furnaces down here. So I replaced those with 18 now electric furnaces, and then those are being fed. I added 2 more pulverizers so we can get more sand. So I've got 3 pulverizers now feeding these 18 furnaces. And I went with electric furnaces just because then I don't have to worry about feeding in fuel, less pollution, and we've got plenty of electricity available. So I don't mind doing some things that will increase our electrical consumption, since it's not an issue. So that's that. So the next thing I want to do is get into utility science packs so we can unlock logistics system. So let's go back to our plan. We're going to need 14 machines, making those science packs. And let's take a look here. I think it's got, what, 3 ingredients? Yeah, 3 ingredients. So 2 belts. How many was that? 14, it said? Yeah, 14. Okay, so I'll just set them up 2 at a time, and then we'll bot the rest. Actually, I'm going to want it like that. Give myself a little more room. And then in this case, I'm going to output to logistics chests. I think you may remember that we decided we were going to start feeding science with bots. Okay, and let's put some controls on these. So we'll have these run when we have fewer than, I don't know, let's say 200 science packs. Okay. And then we just make 6 more copies. So that's 2, 4. Crud. Gotta move this again. Get out of the way of this RoboPort. Okay, so that's 4, 8, 12, and 14. I should really start throwing productivity modules into all these machines. In fact, I'll probably do that. Productivity on science. And I think it's good to do that because we're already making a lot of productivity 1 modules. Aren't we? Yeah, we're already making a lot of productivity 1 modules for science packs. So I'm thinking we might as well just start collecting some of those, and then we can use them for putting in all of our labs and all of our science production buildings. Because we've already got, let's see, let's make this, filter that for productivity modules. And I don't mind doing this because we've already got quite a few, we've already got 90 per minute science production, which to me is more than enough. Right, so if we slow it down a little bit by adding productivity modules, I really don't mind. We'll just buffer up maybe 200 of those. I also added a buffer earlier for electric furnaces off of this line as well. could even add a couple more of these. This is in the way, isn't it? Whoa. What was that? Quick charge mode. Oh, that was on here. Okay. How did I do that? R? Normal charge mode. Okay. Whew. Yeah, let me just move that. Okay. All right, here. Let's do it like that instead. There. So that'll go on the same side of the belt, and that'll just give us a little extra module production to keep that chest full. So we'll go take care of that later. For now, let's get the science packs we really want done. All we have to do is put stuff on the belts, and we will be in good shape. So we need low-density structures, blue circuits, and flying robot frames. All right, so the low-density structures, I will just run north, like so. And then the flying robot frames we have down here, I'll run those up this way. Whoops. Taking advantage of this new belt laying mechanic that they got in the latest update. Oops, it looks like it messed up a little here. There we go. There's my flying robot frames, and then we can put blue circuits right there. And I haven't put those yet on the bus. Let's relocate that. Okay. Oh, bother. All right. And those are going to go over here. Okay. So now blue circuits are on the bus. There we go. I also increased the number of bots in the network to 1,000 construction and 1,000 logistics. Looks like we're short. We're short on electric engines, and I'm guessing that is because, yeah, that's because we're out of lubricant. I need more heavy oil. Let's see. How much lubricant do we need? Maybe I should change one of the refineries to, or a couple of the refineries to the heavy oil variety of crude oil processing. Let's try that. That will give me less petroleum. Ooh, and that's not good either. I'm actually out of petroleum. Oh, and that's also mainly because I'm low on oil. I think what I need is more crude oil. We could throw in speed modules on those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there's 8. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let's start by doing that. I think they take 2 each. Yep. That'll help. But then it looks like I'm going to need to bring in more oil. There's quite a lot down there that I can bring by train. And there's a lot more here as well. Actually, either one of those I think would be good to bring by train. This one is a little bit closer. Let's see how we do with this. I don't think this is going to be enough to make a big difference. Well, maybe it is. It's starting to accumulate a little bit. Okay. Well, that helped a lot, actually. Although I still don't have all the refineries running. Yeah, so we're going to need more oil. Okay, so let me let me add that to the to-do list, and maybe we can work on that in this episode. I'm going to prioritize that. I do have the science packs producing now, although it's going to be rather slow. Now, the first thing I want to do is collect enough of these to get this logistics system research done. Okay, and for that, I need 500 science packs, or fewer if I throw in productivity modules in the labs. And I think it would be a good idea to do that right now. I should have the modules that I need, at least to get the labs fixed up. Let's see how many we have here. Oh yeah, we got 200 right there. So we'll start by throwing these in the labs. Oh, I already did that. Okay, we've already done the labs. So that's good. All right, so I'll just load those in. Okay, so let's start throwing these in the science production buildings. We'll just put it in for all of our science packs. It'll reduce our production rate, of course, but I think it'll still be acceptably fast. And we'll start getting a little bonus production. That's going to give us, what, 8% productivity? Not that big of an increase. So we'll want to upgrade those at some point. Upgrade the modules, that is. And we'll upgrade the more expensive ones first. Oh, crud. It used them as ingredients. Well, I've got this module inserter thing. Select an entity with module slots. I want to give it 2 productivity module 1s. Okay. Does that create a blueprint or something? How do I do this? Nope. Maybe I have to do it from map view. No. Okay, well, I need to see how that module inserter thing works. In the meantime, let's see if I can do it with bots. Well, I can if I remove these. Right, and it's just that's only going to be the pain in the butt that it is for these science packs, since production science takes the modules as an ingredient. When you just try to drop them in the building, it doesn't know what you're trying to do. All right, let's collect some more of those chemical science packs. And then as soon as we get the logistics stuff researched, then we'll be able to use requester chests. There they are. Okay. Let's upgrade blue science. Okay, and then we'll do military, and we'll do red and green. Okay. Very good. And I've got a boatload of those modules left. So I'll just throw these back in the chest. We'll use them again later. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for more of these modules to be made, we can start setting up that next oil rig. Well, I got 128 more. We actually might be getting close to what we need to finish this. In fact, let's take a look. We can see, if you click on all on your production tab, you can see how many of any object you've made in the entire game. So we made 435. Yeah, so we're pretty close. You know, we're only getting 8% productivity. So what, 0.92 times 500? It's about 460, 470 or something in total that we need. Let's see. We've made 450. So I'll just wait for the next round to come out. All right, there's a lot more of these running, so it looks like we're starting to get some motors delivered for the robot frames. There's 50 more. I wish you didn't have to reset this every single time you look at it. Let's see. How many does that make now? 490. Okay, we should be good. And then we'll be able to start setting it up to feed automatically. Let's grab some steel chests. I don't remember if I'm making those in the mall. Did I do that with the bot stuff? Yes. Okay, I am making those in the mall. Good. All right. So I'll get those. And I'll start handcrafting some requester chests. I'll grab more provider chests. And what do we need to automate requester chests? Red and green circuits. I'm just doing that to empty this belt out so I can get it out of the way. This is the ammo for the meteor defense installations. Okay. Alright, so let's add another machine making requester chests. I'm not going to bother automating what do you call them? The passive providers and stuff like that, because I don't really need those. Okay, and then we'll change that to requesters. Give that some power. And then we just have to get it some of these steel chests. So we'll just shuttle some over here on a belt. Oh, and we need to extend that. There we go. All right, and I think it would be nice if I always had a stack of providers. I don't need more than 50, however. At least not usually. Okay. Right. So now we set these up on our labs. Okay, so I'm going to remove all of this beltage. I'm going to leave these fast inserters. Okay, and all these science packs that I'm picking up, I'm just going to dump into storage. Make sure we got coverage. We need more robot coverage over here, so we'll put a roboport right there, and then we put in requester chest, and this is going to be requesting all of the science packs. right? Now it goes to a full stack by default. We don't need quite that many. I'm just gonna set it to request 20 of every science pack in each of these chests. Like so. Okay, and then I can copy that, paste it there, and paste those like that. Okay, and now science packs will be fed that way. And then we start picking up all this stuff, and we replace these with passive providers. And then we're also going to have to put controls on these. So I'm going to set these to run until we have 200. Okay, so 200 red. And then I'll paste it again, change it to green. And then copy that down the line. Okay, and this way we can get all the science packs delivered by the logistics bots. So we can start picking up all these belts. Yeah, in some cases it's probably faster that I just pick it up myself. Okay, change that to military. And then copy it down. Whoops. There we go. Let's clean up all of that. And clean up all of that. There. And then we just have to wait for all the bots to do their thing. So the nice thing about doing this is that it reduces the amount of science packs that we're going to have buffered in the system. So we'll avoid overproducing science packs that we don't need, since we're only going to allow up to 200 in the logistics network. Okay, get rid of those. So that way we don't spend resources on stuff that we don't need. All right, change that to blue. And copy that all the way down the line. And then change that one to purple. And copy that down the line. And some of them got missed because there was a bot in the way. So I just want to double check all these and make sure that there's a light on. These I can't see. There we go. And I think there might have been one on military that I missed too. No, those are all good. And these are missing red circuits. Huh. Did I cut the belt by accident? Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. And looks like we're running low on copper as well. Let's see. Copper plates. Yeah, 1 to 1. Well, I guess these belts are not completely full. Alright, so we're going to need more copper soon. Let's add that to the list. Let's see, what's more important right now? Copper or oil? I think oil will be easier to fix quickly. Yeah, look at this. There's my plastic production. Look how sad it is. Okay, let's get more oil. You know, I think I'm just going to run a pipeline for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So let's make some pump jacks. I need ingredients. I wonder if I'm making those in the mall. I don't believe that I am. Well, here, we can press L. And let's look for pump jacks. Okay, yeah, I only have one pump jack in storage probably, so let's see if I can put it here. Pipes, steel plate, iron gears. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I do have to move that. Okay, and we'll limit this to, I don't know. I don't typically need tons of pump jacks all at once, so we'll just make it 50. Okay, and let me go check my storage over here for the other one. There it is. Oh, and I have another exoskeleton in there. Okay. So that gives me 8. I need 4 more. I'm going to want a pump. Okay, I've got pumps. And I've got plenty of pipes. So let's get 2 more pump jacks to make 12. And then we'll go down there and hook it up. Okay. So now we finished tool belt research. And by the way, I think I mentioned this, but the next thing I want to do is... This is running low too. The next thing I want to do is launch a rocket so we can get into space. Because I do have the ability now to make all of the rocket parts. Low density structure we're already making. We can do rocket control units, and then we can do rocket fuel from solid fuel, but that's going to take more oil as well. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, so let's start over there where the present oil supply is, and I'll just start running power down to where we need it to go. not sure if this is the right place or not. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've heard that this issue I'm having with placing power poles is caused by inbuilt lighting. Why can't I ghost it? See, I'm also having an issue there where sometimes when I want to ghost a building, it doesn't place down. Okay, now it worked. Let's pick some more research. Swarm safety. This must be from robot attrition. Yeah, let's do that. I do want my robots to be safe. And then we'll do logistics strong box. And then let's do military 4. And that'll give us power armor mark 2, which is probably going to be better than what I've got right now. Okay. More oil, more oil. Okay. Yeah, see? I shift click and nothing happens. I don't get it. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. That's puzzling. Here, I'll have these facing down the middle. Let's get rid of some of these trees. Okay, and I should have 2 more. Here they are. Yeah, I don't quite understand that. Okay. And then we just hook them up. Okay. Now let's start being smart. Or trying to be. And we'll replace these long runs with the undergrounds. Okay. And then we need to connect these as well. All right. There we go. Throw in a pump. There we go. We'll throw down a radar. Let's put down a meteor defense thingy here, just in case. And I'll give it all the ammo. We don't want our, you know, I guess from what I've seen, what seems to be a good strategy for meteors is to have, you know, the big the big meteor defense installation in place. That'll get most of the meteors that drop. And then in addition to that, cover your more critical bits of infrastructure with the point defense turrets. And that way, if one does happen to get through, it won't damage a critical part of your factory, you know, like a power plant or something like that. Okay, now that works. So I wonder if it's just an issue with power poles. Well, but I was having problems with the pump jack too, so who the heck knows? Okay, yeah, and this line is coming up right where my path wants to be, which is not great. But we'll move it later when the time warrants. Okay. Let's see how we're doing now. I wonder... Alright, well, all the refineries are running now. Let's see, items per second. Okay, yeah, a single pipe is more than enough to handle the 280 per second it needs. But what I do want is more heavy oil. So let's try changing... I'm going to try changing the recipe on 2 of these. And see what happens. That'll give us a lot more heavy oil. Well, maybe not a lot more, but... Usually we get 20 for each machine. With this we'll get 70. Let's change 3. And we'll get less petroleum as a result too. We only get 20 petroleum out of that versus 30. And then we get 30 light oil versus 70. So it's a bit of a balancing act. Obviously we'll get less heavy oil. Or we'll get more heavy oil, but we'll get less light oil and petroleum as a result. But right now, the lubricant is what I'm short on. So we'll see if this helps things. And really, I don't need 4 tanks of lubricant. One, 2. And then we need to reconnect my logic wire. Okay, and this is looking for 20K, which would be a nearly full tank. Okay, so we can see that this is now fully supplied with heavy oil. Yeah, in fact, let's take a look here. This can consume up to 60. And for this, I needed 5 chemical plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I've got 6. This will consume up to 60 per second. This setup is now making 150. And now it's making 118. So maybe I don't actually need that. Ah, okay. No, I do need to change at least 1. Alright. So we'll do it like that, and then that should get me over the 60 per second. Yeah. Let's see how our iron mine is doing. I haven't checked on it lately. Okay. It's doing fine. Alright, good. Now let's take a look at our engine factory. Looks like the machines are all getting lubricant now, or at least most of them are. Okay, and that should mean that the bots are producing. or robot frames should all be producing. They are not. You know what? I did extend this line without making more engines, so I might not be making engines fast enough to feed all of these. Those need 2.1 per second engines. And I'm only making 1.5, so okay. So that's fine. All right, so I think we're in good shape there. We got more oil. And I think I'm going to wrap up here for today. And in the next episode, we'll start working on the rocket launch. I think I can probably do, if it's okay with you guys. Oh, you know what? Every time I hit my jetpack, that life support thing comes back on. I think probably what I can do is I can take care of the copper and stuff offline and the refueling. That's just setting up bot chests. Right, so I'll do copper and that stuff offline if it's okay with all of you. In fact, I think for copper, I'll set up a copper mine pulling off of this, and we'll put a train station over here. And then we can bring that in. Well, we'll bring it in below this one. Okay, I'll set up another station right here for copper this time. And we'll feed it over here and up into there. Because this copper mine is almost kaput. Yeah, I've got a little bit more there, but it's not really worth bothering with, in my opinion. So, and then we've got another huge one over here that we can take advantage of. So, great. Well, hope y'all enjoyed it. I did. Feel like we're making good progress now. And I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.